just set up this Express app like this. It was about as basic as you can get. And in this one, we're gonna connect it to a React app. But the first thing we gotta do is actually go ahead and create that React app. So let's go here. And now we wanna say npx create a React app like this, and we'll just call it web. So we'll let that run. All right, and once that's installed, we want to cd into our web folder here, and we're gonna run yarn add, and we're gonna add Axios as a package, and that'll be for our fetch requests that we're doing. You can just use fetch if you like, but I'm gonna use Axios because I like Axios. All right, so once that is done, all right, so you can see this is up and running, but of course it's not connected at all to our backend over here. So let's go. All right, so we can get rid of this for now, give us a little bit more room. And we're gonna open up this file, go into our web folder here, into our source and app.js. And we're gonna do everything in here so we can close this out again. Now let's come and just clear out some of this stuff here. So we're not gonna need anything in here with this header. We don't need this logo here, but we do need to import React from React like this. Gotta make sure we have that for some of the stuff we're gonna do. And we don't need this. All right, and then we're gonna come in here, and to start, let's add some state. All right, so what we're gonna do here is show you how you can post to the backend. So we're gonna use a form to do that. So we're gonna need some state. We're gonna say const, and we'll say name and set name like this, and that'll be equal to use state like that. I'm gonna bring that in, and then from there, we're just gonna leave it empty for now, empty string. And then we're gonna come down here, give ourselves a little room, and we're gonna create a new function here. So we'll say async like that function, and it'll be called post name. We're just gonna post our name to the backend is what we're gonna be doing, and pass in e there, and we will say e dot prevent default like that. So it doesn't refresh our form on submit. And then below this here, we're gonna do a try catch here. And inside of this try here, we're gonna say wait, and we'll say Axios dot post. So we're gonna post here, and we'll be posting to HTTP :// and we'll say localhost 4000, which is our backend. And then we're gonna set a route here, which we haven't done yet, but it'll say post underscore name like this. And then after that, we wanna do a comma. And in here, this is where we're gonna pass along the value that we actually wanna post. So for us, that's gonna be name. Okay, so that's the state we set, and that's what we're gonna pass along. Now, we do need to bring in Axios here. So let's come up to the top, and we'll say import Axios from Axios, like that, and then come back down here. And then let's just finish this off with the catch here. So we'll say in here, we'll just say console.log, and we'll just say error. All right, so that is our entire route now. So let's come down here, and inside of this app here, let's actually do up our little form here. So we'll say form, and we will say on submit here, like this, and that's going to be equal to post name, which is the name of our function we just created. Then inside of this form, we're going to have an input, and it's going to be of type text. We're going to have a value here, which is going to be equal to name, and then we're going to have an on change, and that's going to be equal to, we're going to pass in the event here, and we'll just say set name, and we'll pass in e dot target dot value like that, and that is it for that. And then finally below that, we'll just have a button, this, and the button will be of type equals submit, and the button will just say send name. So we're just gonna type in our name and send it along to the backend to show you how it works. So go ahead and save that and come back over to our index.js over here where we have our express running, and we're gonna need to add a new route here. So in the first video there, we showed you how to do an app.get here. This is gonna be an app.post. So let's say app.post like this, and we will just call that post name, I think we called it. Let's check that out. Post name, correct. And then after that, we're just gonna do an async function here. And again, a rec and a res and arrow function. And this time we're gonna destructure here. So we're gonna destructure name off of this object here, rec.body, just like that. And then below, we're just gonna console.log that out to show you that we're passing along that name. So normally you want to post something to a database or something. We don't have a database set up or anything. So we're just gonna console log it out and see if it shows up in our console. All right, so let's try this out. So if we refresh this, I'll enhance this a little, get it a little bigger. And in here, I'm just gonna say Darwin, like this, and send this along. And doesn't look like anything happened. And check that out, and that didn't work because we forgot to put a slash here. So go ahead and save that, and let's try this again. And we'll say Darwin and send. And this time, if you check out the bottom here, it looks like it came through. So we are posting from our front end to our back end with this post name route. Now, what about another get route on the front end? So let's add another route here, another get route. So come down here, and actually get rid of this here, and come down, and we will say app.get like this, and we'll just go, we'll say slash home, like that, and again, cores, although I don't even know if we needed it for this. We didn't add it up here and it was fine, so that is interesting. And then again, async like this, rec res like that, and arrow function. And then inside of this here, we're just gonna send with res.send, and we'll just pass along a string saying this is the data for the home page, like that. So if we go ahead and save that, now we have this home route that we want to add to our app.js. And the way we're going to do that is with the use effect here. So let's first come up to the top here, and we'll say const, and we'll add some more state. So we'll just say home and set home, like that, and that'll be equal to use state. And we'll just do an empty string for that also. And then below that, we're gonna do a use effect here. So bring that in, and we'll go like this. And in our use effect, we'll go axios.get, and we'll add that string. And it's slash home. And then we'll just do, instead of a try catch, let's switch it up and do a .then, and we'll pass in a function like that, and we'll just say response. We're just switching up our syntax left and right over here. And then in here, we're just gonna set the home, which is our state for home, and we'll just call, say, response.data like that. So if we save that and then come down and let's add this to our screen here. So we'll just say home down here and save that. And then the last thing we forgot to do here is add an empty array. So it'll just do it on the first load. It'll call our use effect like that. So we're making a call, a get request to our slash home. And all we're gonna do is set the home to the data that we passed in from the server. So let's go back here, and now if we go localhost 3000 slash home like this, and nothing happens because we did something wrong. And I don't even know how I didn't notice this, but this is reds.send, reds.whatever it was. now, so refresh this, and you can see the data coming from our server is now connected to our React app. So that is how you connect a React Express server, and hopefully it was useful. Thanks for watching.